We do this. We do this. We do this.
Anything.
All right. Let's hit go live. Okay, there it goes. So we live over here. Yeah. We in here. Yes, sir. Wagwan. This is the Sports Time Zone. Yours truly, host, Brother Noomsi, aka Playoff Noomsi in this thing with my producer.
Q to B, what's good?
What's good? Y'all know what time it is. It's the Sports Time Zone. We the only sports podcast out there bringing you 3 generation of sports takes. Shout out to my boy TZ Dave. Gonna be here right now, but we're gonna hold you down like we always do. Before we even get started though, make sure y'all hit that like, that share, that subscribe, all that. Show your love and support. We still trying to run them numbers up. We getting closer to 5,000 subscribers, y'all. We getting closer. We just need a little bit more. Also, make sure y'all holler at us on IG. Producer Q to Beat. Let them know where they can find us on IG.
Follow us on IG at sportstime_zone. That is sportstime_zone. Let's get it.
You know it. Sportstime_zone. Y'all make sure y'all follow us there as well. Shout out to KE Creations. Shout out to Top to Bottom Detailers. Shout out to SammyTreats.com. Shout out to Billionaire Society LLC. Shout out to 7 Figure Society Marketing Agency. Yanni Ma, what's good? Shout out to all of y'all. Yo, this gonna be a dope show. As y'all know how we always do on Wednesdays. It's all about sports. We break down all the latest and hot sports topics that's going on right now. And right now, what's going on is the NBA playoffs. We're in round two, Q. It seemed like round 1 went by. It was some good games in round 1. It was some good series.
Yep.
Couple of them boys been chilling. OKC was chilling for a minute, waiting for round 2 to start.
Yeah, you can tell too. You can tell. Game 1, they've been chilling.
They got walked down something serious the other night. Let's start with that, man. OKC against the Denver Nuggets. And the OKC Thunder been chilling for a good minute. They were in control of the game. Most of the game against Denver, they were in control. You look at those. Look at the first quarter. OKC won the first quarter. OKC won the second quarter. But in the second half, I don't know what happened at halftime, Q. I don't know what happened at halftime. Maybe I don't know if they fell asleep or maybe they coach just didn't motivate them right. But it's a whole different ball game in the second half. They got outscored tremendous, 35-30 in the third. And then, yeah. So let's look at the numbers. What stands out to you when you look at these numbers for the Denver Nuggets over? Oh my goodness!
That Joker drop. I mean, I ain't gonna say let, because I mean he gonna just get his. He dropped 42 and 22, man. I mean that's crazy. He averaged like 30 points in the playoffs.
Wow. 42 points in 42 minutes. He had a point every minute. Every minute he was in the game, he was scoring. That's crazy work. Nikola Jokic, shout out to you, man. Jamal Murray came through with 21 points. Russell Westbrook gave you 18 in 30 minutes. Aaron Gordon, 22 and 14.
I mean, you got
it's hard to beat a team.
3, 4, 5 players in double figures. Yeah.
That's going to be hard to beat. 5 players in double figures. Let's look at OKC. OKC had a little balance too, and most of this was early. But Jalen Williams, 16 points in 38 minutes, not going to make it. That's not going to make it. And he's supposed to be is he like their second option?
Yeah, pretty much.
If he their second option, 16 points ain't going to cut it.
Yeah, it's not. Definitely not. Holmgren 12 points ain't gonna cut it either. I mean,
that ain't gonna cut it.
Out of him.
He couldn't even give us 10 rebounds. And how tall is he? He like He like 1,000,000 feet tall and you can't get 10 rebounds. That's crazy work. Isaiah Hark. Yeah, how tall is he? What is it? 7'1". You 7'1" and you can't even get 10 rebounds.
SGA had more rebounds than all your big men.
That's pure insanity, Q.
Yeah. How you let your point guard have more rebounds than
that's
your center, your forward. I mean, they rely too much on SGA at this point.
That's crazy. Alex Caruso had 20 points. Alex Caruso should never have more points than Jalen Williams.
That is crazy, Jalen.
Yo, I love God bless Alex Caruso's soul. God bless him. But for you to have 20 points, almost 40 minutes, and only gave you 16 points. I ain't the greatest mathematician in the world, but ladies and gentlemen, even those of y'all at home who don't know much about sports, you know that somebody playing 38 minutes and only scoring 16 points is not as good as somebody who plays 26 minutes and 20 points. You look up and down, SGA gave us 33, but that's not enough. That was not enough to get the job done there. So again, OKC, maybe it was rust, maybe it was just or Denver,
nerves, rust,
just a fresher team. But for y'all to go in there and shoot 20 of 28 free throws, 71%, and y'all couldn't get it done, something ain't right, yo. So I don't know. I still like Denver to win the series. I called Denver in 6. What did you have? You had Denver winning this series too.
Yeah. I think it's gonna go 7. Yeah, 7.
I figured that you did have Denver winning the whole series. I don't remember how many games you said, but I do remember that part. Also, something to really, really think about. Denver has more experience. Oh, you froze? All right, technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, you froze up a little bit. Y'all enjoy this music. Brother Noomsy will be right back.
Yeah.
Brother
Noomsy back in the place. But what I was also saying is Denver is the more experienced team. Because remember, Denver just won a championship, what was it, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Now, they're back in the playoffs playing against a team that really ain't had that much playoff experience. So when an experienced team goes up against a team that's not very experienced, this is what you see. OKC blew their load, in the first half. So they didn't have nothing left in the second half. And for those of you ladies who's watching, I know y'all understand what I mean when a man blows his load in the first half of the game and then he ain't got nothing left on the back end. That's OKC. OKC gave it all they had in that first burst. But then when you're looking for round 2 and looking for another round, and let's get it in, then all of a sudden the honey pack ain't working. So OKC is coming for your boys. Another pause. Shout out to my boy.
Hey, well, what the key thing is, look, is the rebounds. 63 rebounds total. 40 versus 43. That's the killer part. Think you got a delay? I think you got a delay.
3 rebounds to 4. That's big. And most of those came from Joker.
Yeah.
Because Joker had what, 22 rebounds by himself?
By itself.
So they got to do something. OKC got to figure this out. Otherwise, it might not be over in 6. It might be over in 5 or 4. But they got to figure it out real quick. What other series we looking at, Q? Let's take a look. Oh, this is the other one. And there's a game going on right now. The New York Knicks playing against the Boston Celtics. No. Okay, no. We'll look at Cleveland and Indiana. Let's look at Cleveland and Indiana. It's down 2-0. They're down 2-0. This is going to be hard to come back from if they don't get it against Garland.
Most definitely. The key factor in this game, this boy right here, man. He come out. I mean, Nembhard. He like the X factor.
Oh yeah.
And
that's big.
Like, these two guys are X factor.
Nesmith, and then we got Tyrese. See, the thing about Indiana from top to bottom, all of their boys can ball. They got shooters at every single position. Even their center, Miles Turner, can shoot the 3 ball. He gave you 23 points in 35 minutes. Nembhard, he gave you 13. Can we look at their the three point numbers? I don't know if it breaks those down, but okay, there we go. 11 of 28. That's not that great, but and then they was 11 of 39 on Cleveland's side. So Cleveland, if y'all are gonna shoot 11 of 39, y'all ain't beating nobody. Y'all ain't gonna beat my middle school. Y'all ain't beating nobody shooting of 11 to 39. And you got Donovan Mitchell, one of the greatest 2 guards in the league right now, on the squad. One can argue that Donovan Mitchell is the best player in the whole series.
Yeah.
And what did he give us in that game? Let's look at Donovan Mitchell's numbers.
48.
48 from Donovan. Max Strus with 23. Jared Allen with 22. But nobody else finished above 14 points. So you got 3 guys basically doing everything for Cleveland, where you look at Indiana and they got balance. Indiana's got balance scoring all the way down. So this is textbook definition of a team that has talent from top to bottom playing against a team that only got 3 guys that's really going. And it's crazy because Cleveland had depth too. People were saying Cleveland was one of the deepest teams in the league. So why go on with that? I can't understand that thing for nothing, dog. I don't get it. Cleveland, y'all got to get it together real soon. And I got people from Cleveland, so whatever y'all doing up there, y'all need to switch it up. Because if y'all lose, and y'all got to go to Indiana, and if y'all lose this game in Indiana and go down 3-0, it's a wrap. You might as well cancel Christmas early. Ty Jerome, 2 points.
2 points.
2 points?
2 points, bro.
Okoro, 5 points. And he played almost 30 minutes and only gave us 2 points, yo. That's sadness. That is sadness. That not gonna make it either. 2 points in 28 minutes. Like they say in New York, that's nasty work. That's nasty work. All right, what's the next series we gonna look at, yo? Is that
check out the Warriors?
All right, the Warriors. Minnesota Timberwolves and the Warriors. Now, this series, I actually picked these 2 teams to meet up in the Western Finals. I thought this was going to be our Western Conference Finals. At the beginning of the season, I predicted these 2 teams would face each other in the finals. They're facing each other, but it's just not in the Western Finals. So Noomsy was kind of right, yo. Noomsy be knowing. I'm in playoff mode, so playoff Noomsy do still be knowing. Right now, though, Golden State stole game 1 on the road. Jimmy Butler gave you 20 points and 11 rebounds. Buddy Hield, 24 points in 40 minutes. Draymond, 18, 6, and 8. Brandon Podziemski, he's going to have to step up. I know you like that dude, Q. I know you like Brandon Podziemski. I like him, too. I like him. But 3 points in 30 minutes, and Steph Curry might be out for the next 2 games, nah, go on, make it. He's got to step up. Gary Payton, he came back with 8 points. See, Gary wasn't there last. I didn't remember seeing Gary last series, in the series against Houston. I think he was hurt. Now he's back. So when you look at Golden State, Q, with Steph Curry possibly not coming back at least until like game 5, if they go, you know what I'm saying? What are the keys for Golden State to be able to win this series? I know they up 1-0, but no Steph Curry. What does Golden State need to do to keep this momentum going?
Podziemski, like you said, he got to step up for sure. Long as Buddy Hield caught fire at the right time. He's starting to heat up, and you know Buddy Hield can go off if he really wants to, especially from 3. Gary Payton definitely got to play better, and I think the X factor is Kuminga. Getting Kuminga more involved while Curry is out.
Good point.
And Moody, my bad, and Moody too.
Good point.
Moody is a good player, man. So he should get a lot more minutes as well.
It was a lot of controversy over Kuminga not getting no run. Like, because Steve Kerr ain't played Kuminga almost not at all against Houston. Now, with Steph Curry out, Kuminga going to have to get some playing time now. They need all hands on deck. They need scoring from everywhere. Steph Curry gave you like 30 points a night. So where they going to make up them 30 points? It's going to have to be, like you said, Q, from Moody, Kuminga, Podziemski. You know, we know Jimmy Butler is going to be Jimmy. And Draymond may even have to, he might have to score a little bit more than he's comfortable doing.
Yeah. Draymond been balling. I ain't even going to lie. Draymond is playing
I ain't
pretty
taking
good.
nothing from Draymond.
Man, he had a good game the last game. I think he went like 3 out of 5 for threes. He's not really shooting threes like that no more.
He's not a shooter. He'll catch fire every once in a while, but as long as he ain't slapping nobody and he ain't drop kicking nobody or stepping on nobody's chest or none of that, nothing that's going to get him suspended for a game or 2, I think he's going to be all right.
He went 4 for 10 for threes. So Draymond's definitely stepping it up. 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals. Yeah.
He realized he has to do more with Steph Curry out. Now, what's going on with Steph, ladies and gentlemen? In case y'all are just tuning in, Steph Curry has an injury. I think it's his hamstring or something. Yeah. He is getting up there in age. So we ain't never really seen Steph Curry have a hamstring injury. I've seen him have other type of injuries, but never a hamstring. So hopefully this is something that comes and goes. But we all know the older you get, when you start getting injuries like this, they take a little longer to heal. So I just hope Steph, he goes to visit the doctor that the late, great Kobe Bryant visited when he came back with that new knee. Well, Kobe got a whole new knee in Germany or something like that. Came back, Kobe was banging on everybody like he was 18 all over again. I was like, yeah, Kobe, shout out to him. But yeah, so I still like Golden State, but it's not looking so good. If Steph Curry can't come back, then Minnesota, I think, is going to walk away with this series. But it all depends on what Golden State can do. I mean, what Steph Curry does. All right, what else we got? Who else we got up there? We got the New York Knicks.
Yeah,
it's going on right now. What's the score on that right now? Okay, Boston is up big. 66-50 against New York. The New York Knicks stole game 1 in Boston. I hate to say this because I know Kev is going to watch this on the replay, and so is LP and Cousin Noomsy, but y'all New York Knicks look really, really good, man. I gotta admit, I talk a lot of trash about how they play too many minutes and how Coach Tibbs be running his players into the ground. But I gotta admit, them boys are balling. Am I seeing that right? Mikal Bridges ain't scored a bucket yet in this game?
Not 1 point.
In 28 minutes?
Not 1 point, bro.
Mikal Bridges, 1 point. Come on, Mikal.
Ooh, he 0 for 8.
Come on, Sean.
He 0 for 8.
No, that's why I said 0. He ain't scored a bucket. that might be the difference. The Knicks go as Mikal Bridges goes. I know Jalen Brunson is their heart and soul, but Mikal Bridges is he's like their spirit. Like when Mikal is going in, that's when they win. But when he's not, they don't. Josh Hart he's going to give you 15. He's going to do his thing. OG, only 5 points so far in 3 quarters of play. That not going to make it, OG. Not going to make it. You got to give us more than that. Nasty work. Miles McBride. And again, Tibbs, how many players did Tibbs play? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players.
8 players.
8 players. And then 3 of those 8 barely played. McBride, Mitchell Robinson, and Cameron Payne played a combined total of like 20 minutes in the first half. A combined. So I don't know how long they can sustain this, but y'all do look good. New York looks good. Karl-Anthony Towns is looking like the best I've ever seen him, ever. Jalen Brunson, I don't know what's going on with him, but he's balling. But tonight he only got 8 points. So that's not a recipe for success. I did pick New York to win the East, but in this series, I don't know. I didn't think they would run into Boston so soon. I thought they would get Boston like in the Eastern Finals. So we'll see what happens with that, though. Like this series is gonna be entertaining. It looks like Boston is turning up on them, though. So
yeah, they pulling.
They took game 1 personal. Q.
Yeah,
Boston took game 1 personal.
For sure, they got to steal this one.
They come back putting foot to ass.
Yeah, belt to ass.
Come back putting belt to ass, exactly. Yeah. So those are all of the series that we have. Because right now we're down to the Elite 8 in the NBA. Yeah. So we down to our 8 teams, and those are the Elite 8 that we got. Y'all drop in the comments if y'all follow the NBA, if y'all know anything about these teams. Drop in the comments of who y'all think is going to win each of these series if y'all haven't already done so. Now, speaking of basketball, that leads us to another topic that myself and my producer, Q the Beat, we were kind of discussing and debating over the last day or so about the top 5. Like in basketball, back in the day, when myself and when Q was growing up watching basketball, there were specific positions. Every player had a specific position. For those of y'all at home who don't know what the basketball positions are, there's the point guard, the person who distributes the ball. There's the shooting guard, the person whose primary job is to score. There's the small forward. That person can score, they can rebound, they can pass, they can do a little bit of everything. That's your little bit of everything person. Then you got your power forward. They are the person who's supposed to do the dirty work. They get there, they get the rebounds, they foul somebody real hard if you need a hard foul. They help out with the defense. They're just pretty much like your enforcer. Then you got your center. He's usually the biggest guy on the team. He's the center of your team. He stands in the middle. He protects the basket so nobody can get a shot off. When you need a basket, you're supposed to throw it down to your center. He'll turn around and just dunk on somebody because he's the center. But recently, this era of basketball, the positions are all pretty much all mixed up. So you got guards that's playing forward. You got forwards that's playing guard. You got centers that's playing forward. So it's all mixed up. But what me and my producer Q the Beat did, we went old school style and we came up with our top 5 players at each position. I'm going to run my top 5 list, and then I'm going to let Q backdoor and come with his top 5 list. And then y'all at home, you can give us your top 5 list. Even if you're not watching live, you catch us on the repeat on YouTube and let us know. So, all right, Q, you ready to do this? You ready to run these lists real quick?
Yeah, let's get it.
All right, let's get it.
I think they pretty much be similar to most people's lists if they watch basketball. But, some people going to be a little biased to their favorite team or player. But, it's your list, your opinion.
Yeah, your list, exactly. Now, this is our list. So if y'all got y'all list, then that's fine. But this is our list. So On my list, because I'm Brother Noomsi and I can have whatever list I want, just like Q to beat and just like my co-host TZ Dave. I'm gonna start with the point guard position. My top 5 point guards. Now, again, this is when completely healthy. This is when these players are 100% healthy. And here are my top 5 point guards. Number 1, and again, this is no order, no special order, no order. These are just 5. I got Steph Curry, the greatest shooter that I've ever seen, definitely the best shooter in this era, phenomenal passer, above average ball handler, and just
awesome ball handler.
Yeah, awesome.
He got handled. Yeah, for real.
His handle is ridiculous. And he's an underrated passer. Very underrated passer. He can pass, he can dish the ball, underrated. So he definitely makes my top 5 point guards. Number 2, Kyrie Irving. If Steph Curry is an excellent ball handler, then Kyrie is a god level ball handler. There's nobody in the league that got a better handle than Kyrie. Would you agree on that, Q?
Yeah, it's not even close.
His handle is the top of the line. And he's a champion. He's won an NBA championship. He averages up in the 20s, and he can get you 10 dimes a game too. So Kyrie Irving, if you ain't never seen him and you're living under a rock, Google him and look that up. Ja Morant. Yeah, that's right. Pistol toting, strip club going, Ja Morant. With all the antics and all the stuff.
Morant. Zaza smoking, pistol toting.
Morant. Zaza stick Morant.
For real.
He carry them sticks. With all the antics and stuff that he gets into off the court, nobody can deny his talent level on the court. He gets to the basket at will. He's in attack mode constantly. Nobody can really stop him from getting to the basket. Nobody is single-handedly defending Ja Morant. He's gonna get the shot he wants when he wants. Q, you was big on the Memphis Grizzlies early this season, so
yeah, I'm a big Ja Morant fan from college when I first watched him. And he wear number 12, so that's the number that I wore. So I kind of watched all number 12s a certain way, So when I watched him in college, I'm like, man, he got a chance. So I kind of been riding that Ja Morant train. No Diddy, pause.
Yeah, real talk though. I like Ja Morant though. As a player, very gifted. So Ja Morant, Luka Doncic definitely makes my list. I know. But Noomsi, Luka don't play no defense. How can he be a top 5 point guard? Well, I'm glad y'all asked. Luka on a bad knee, took his team to the NBA Finals as the best player on that team. That got to count for something. Not only that, he's a generational talent. He can shoot from anywhere. He can pass from anywhere. He can rebound. His only question mark is his defense. Luka don't play no defense, but I think his offense is still good enough to have him in the top 5. My final and fifth point guard. Now, y'all hear me out because there's a lot of point guards that I left off this list, and I know I'm going to get some hate mail on this, but I'm going with Darius Garland. The point guard for the Cleveland Cavaliers, because he's an exceptional scorer. He can get his own shot whenever he wants to. He's very fast from end zone, from sideline to sideline. He's probably one of the quickest point guards that I've seen do it. He's an exceptional passer, and he's the point guard of the best team in the Eastern Conference as far as record-wise. They won more games than they ever won with him being their point guard. So that has to count for something. He's the point guard of the best team in the Eastern Conference. So with that being said, those are my top 5 point guards in the NBA. Q to beat. The people would love to hear your top 5 point guards that are currently in the NBA if 100% healthy?
All right, if healthy, I gotta go with definitely Steph Curry. There's no question about that. Probably one.
Okay.
He's gonna go down as one of the greatest of all time. I got Luka in there definitely. You know, lack of effort on defense, but I mean he can drop 40 every night if he wanted to.
Got to. Yeah, you gotta have him on there.
Yeah. Kyrie, no question on that. He'll probably be there until the day he retired.
Oh, definitely.
He definitely has probably the best handles probably ever. I got Dame. I got Damian Lillard on
you
there.
got Dame time in your 5. Okay.
Time in my top 5. Yeah. Can't
be mad at
he
that.
ain't won a ship yet, but you know, unfortunate that that this he had to get hurt this year. But
yeah,
Dame is amazing when healthy. Like he's incredible. And I got Jalen Brunson. I got Brunson.
Jalen Brunson, the lefty.
Yeah. Be taking. I mean, he's doing a great job with the Knicks. You know, he did a great job in Dallas. I mean, that's why he got the deal. I mean, he showed that he can play and be a starter. He's phenomenal, man. He's a good player.
I ain't mad at your list at all, Q.
Top 5, no particular order. Top 5.
Top 5 when healthy. All right, our list looks similar. You got Jalen Brunson. I got Garland. Y'all in the comments, let us know how y'all feel about those point guards that we just gave y'all. Now, let's move on to the shooting guards, the 2 guards. Now, this one wasn't that difficult because the 2 guards, when I think 2 guards, I immediately think of my 5 that I got on my list. So I'm gonna go SGA for obvious reasons. I think he's an MVP candidate. He could have been an MVP candidate last year. His scoring, he's one of the very few players that have a mid-range he has a mid-range game out of this world. If he pulls up from anywhere within 15, 10 feet, anything like that, cotton. It's automatic. So that plus he got hops, he can rise, he can take off on you, he can shoot the 3, he can get down in a defensive stance and actually play defense, which a lot of offensive players don't do, but he can do that. So yeah, SGA gotta be on my list. Devin Booker, just like Luka, he don't play much defense, but what's Devin Booker's career high? I think he scored 70 points before.
Yeah, I mean you could drop 70. Like that's There's nothing else.
Come on. You dropping 70 points and you're not on the all-time. Like you gotta be top 5 if you're dropping 70. So if for no other reason other than that, I gotta put Devin Booker on there. Jaylen Brown, he's a Finals MVP. He was the Finals MVP for the Boston Celtics. He's gotten pretty much better every year that he's been in the league. And to me, my personal opinion, I think up until maybe this year, he was the best player on their team. Now, a lot of people think it's Jason Tatum. You're like, but Noomsy, how Jason Tatum is the best player on the Boston Celtics? I know, I get it. But to me, Jaylen Brown has a little bit more dog in him. He's a lot more consistent. He has more of a motor. His defense is better. And I think he's more clutch. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
So you agree on that as well, Q?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And all those of y'all at home talking all the smack. This is my list. So y'all come up with your own list. If you ain't feeling my list, then drop your list. But Jaylen Brown. So Anthony Edwards, Ant-Man Edwards, possibly, could be, soon to be, probably the best player in the NBA real soon.
Or the face.
I'm talking about everything. Inside game, outside, can pull up, can shoot free throws, can play defense, has the attitude, has a killer instinct. He got some Mamba mentality in him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
And will take off on you. And will talk to you while he's giving you buckets. He's gonna let you know he's giving you buckets. You see what he did to KD last year in the playoffs. He talked, and KD is his idol. He undressed KD in the playoffs last year. Completely undressed that man. I mean, I hated to see it because, you know, I always like to side with the veterans, but Ant-Man gave KD that work. And it's not just KD, he gives everybody that work. So Anthony Edwards, he's definitely in my top 5. And last but not least, my top 5 shooting guard, Donovan Mitchell. Now, we just showed you in the graphic, he scored 48 points. And he was really the only lifeline for Cleveland when they played against Indiana. He was the only one, but he's still top. I got to give it to him. 48 points. He just didn't have much help, and that's why they went down the way they did. But Donovan Mitchell also can shoot the 3. He can he can score with either hand. He can drive the lane. He can shoot free throws. He can defend a little bit. He can do it all. So Donovan Mitchell is my 5th and final of my top 5 shooting guards. Now I'm going to turn it over to my producer Q the Beat for his top 5 shooting guards, and y'all let us know what y'all feeling about these positions. Go for it, Q.
All right. Well, we pretty much have agreed on the top 5 shooting guards.
Oh, okay. All right.
NBA. I got Mitchell.
Okay.
Booker, Ant-Man, and Jaylen Brown.
Okay.
But with an honorable mention of James Harden. Because they do have him at shooting guard.
The beard.
Well. Yeah, the beard. So it was a close race, but I'll go with the same 5 if I had to pick 5 healthy right now. Well, you know what? Nah, I scratched that. I'm going to go with Harden over Brown.
Okay, so you got James Harden,
James Harden
over Jaylen Brown when healthy.
Yeah, if healthy, you know, 100%. Harden is he don't play that much defense, but his handles are better than Brown's because James Harden definitely got some handles.
He does.
Brown tends to, when he goes left, you can kind of rip Brown sometimes.
You can rip him. I'll give you that. But
defensively, Brown plays way better defense. He's a better rebounder.
Way better.
But I get a slight edge to Harden offensively.
I can see that. I can see, but Jaylen Brown is much younger than Harden, and
yeah.
I think he's a little bit more durable than Harden also. So I like Harden there. I can't be mad at you for having him, but I'm not taking Jaylen Brown off my list for James Harden. That's something that we should also have the people in the chats, even if y'all don't do it now, but on the replay, who y'all got? A completely 100% healthy Jaylen Brown or a 100% healthy James Harden? Who y'all taking?
That's close. I mean, man,
it's really close. It's a lot closer than some people think. Now, taking a factor,
the step back, the Harden step back.
Wait, the one you talking about, the traveling one or the non-traveling one?
Either one. Whichever one they gonna let him do. It's sick. I mean,
it is. Yo, one time they slowed it down in slow motion. That man took about 5 steps. I say, good Lord. It's like he creates so much space. But yeah, I gotta agree with you. James Harden's step back is one of the nastiest, filthiest step backs I've seen. But
and he hit it.
Yeah, and he hit it at a high level. He hits it at a high clip. Yeah. But again, comparing him to Jaylen Brown, if you just taking those 2 players, Jaylen Brown or James Harden, I look at it in its totality. Like you said, Jaylen Brown is the better defender. Jaylen Brown also is the better rebounder. He might turn the ball over a little bit more, but he's also much younger than James Harden. So I give the slight edge to Brown. You give the edge to Harden. What do you people out there in cyber world think about that? So yeah, we both got pretty much the same 2 guard list except for that. That's our only difference there. Now let's move on to small forwards. Man, time is going quick. We're already at the 40-minute mark. All right, so the small forwards. This one right here is a good one because a lot of small forwards could be guards, or a lot of small forwards can be power forwards. It just depends on how they get played. But I got Kawhi Leonard, the best two-way player in the game right now. There's no better two-way player than Kawhi Leonard. Equally good at defense as he is at offense. And he is a high-level elite scorer. He can score the basketball. And he can also stop you from scoring. So Kawhi, he's definitely on that too.
If you ever get trapped in a room like this,
for sure.
Water or this
Jason Tatum.
Wonder.
Oh my God! What even is
I gotta
that?
have
Jason Tatum. Yeah.
Cade Cunningham. I gotta have. Yeah, Tatum, Cade Cunningham from the Pistons, and then LeBron James from the Los Angeles Lakers. Those are my top 5 small forwards. So again, Kawhi Leonard, Jimmy Butler, Jason Tatum, Cade Cunningham, LeBron James. Q to beat. Who you got for your top 5?
All right. So we pretty much almost got the same. I got Kawhi. I got Jimmy Butler for sure. Man, he's still great. Miami should have gave him that bread. Jason Tatum, for sure. LeBron, he 40. He's still dogging people.
Yeah, he is.
I'm gonna have to go with another older player, who a lot of people probably feel like he ain't him. But I'm gonna go with KD, man. Kevin Durant. Still cold, bro. I mean,
I can't believe I left him off my list, but I mean, with all these dogs I got on there, I couldn't take nobody off from him. He is still cold. And then we are talking about when completely healthy. So I could probably I could probably take Cade Cunningham off for him, but it's like a what have you. Maybe it's just like because I haven't seen KD play at such a high level in so long. I mean, he's still cold. He can still get it. But when you don't see somebody in a while, you kind of forget how great they are. And when you see in somebody else new, someone who's new to the scene, but you're seeing this new person a whole lot more, then your mind, you kind of become a prisoner of the moment. So maybe I am a prisoner of the moment with Cade Cunningham, but I like what I see from him. Like he can score with either hand.
Yeah,
he can shoot it. KD is clearly the better shooter. KD clearly, is probably the better rebounder because of his size. He could play a little defense, but everything else, I'm giving a nod to Cade. So I'm going with Cade Cunningham. Now, power forwards. This is another one of those positions that the NBA is kind of mixed up now because a lot of power forwards are actually playing center, but they're really power forwards, but they play in center. So I came with my top 5 list of players that should be power forwards, whether they're listed as a power forward or not. This is what they actually are and what they should be according to me. So I got number 1, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Not only is he the best power forward in the game right now, one could argue that Giannis is the greatest power forward to play. I mean, you got Tim Duncan, you got Kevin Garnett, who else? Bill Laimbeer, Dennis Rodman.
I mean, KG, Charles Barkley.
I
mean, we could go on, man. I mean, it's power forward is a tough position.
Dominique Wilkins.
A lot of great players. Yeah.
It's a lot of great power forwards, but Giannis, and again, this is one of them things where prisoner of the moment. We've been watching Giannis play for like the past 6-7 years, but we ain't seen these other players play in a minute.
Dirk Nowitzki.
Dirk, you got Dirk too.
Yeah.
So Sean Kemp.
Man.
There's a lot of great power forwards, but in this generation, Giannis is clearly head and shoulders above all the rest. So I got Giannis. I got from my Miami Heat, Bam Adebayo. I know what Heat Nation is saying, but Noomsy, he plays center all the time. I don't care. He is not a center. Bam is a power forward, and y'all see when he plays power forward, he plays much better. So Bam is my power forward of my top 5. I got Zion Williamson. Yes, I know he needs to put the cheeseburgers and the wings down sometimes, but
he's down, boy.
when healthy, he out there eating them beignets and them and all
boudin bowls and
boudin bowls. Yeah,
gumbo.
Yeah, all the gumbos and all of that. He out there eating all that in New Orleans, but when healthy, he's a top 5 power forward without a doubt. I got Lauri Markkanen, white boy, plays for Utah. He's a beast. He averages like 20 points a game. I would like to see his rebounds get up a little more. He only averages like about 6 or 7 rebounds a game, but he's giving us about 20 points a game. He's a beast. He's a go-to player. He's got a post game, and he's a good defender. So I like Lauri Markkanen from the Utah Jazz as one of my top 5. And then Paolo Banchero. Paolo Banchero from the Orlando Magic. Those of y'all who don't know nothing about this kid, Google him. He's a beast. Yeah. He led the Orlando Magic in scoring this year and got them boys into the playoffs 2 years in a row, because they made the playoffs last year too.
Yep, sure did.
And he was their best player then too. So Paolo Banchero, I think he's going to get much better as his career starts to blossom and progress, but he's already a dog. And he rounds out my list of my top 5 power forwards. Cue the beat. It's on you.
All right, for my list, pretty similar. I got Bam, for sure.
Okay.
It was kind of easy with power forwards. I only really had just one people who I would swap. I got Zion in there when healthy.
Okay.
Of course, Giannis is the best power forward. It's not even close. No, right today, no, I didn't even touch him. I do got Banchero in there. Man, Paolo is crazy. He awesome. He just need a team pretty much.
Yeah.
For my last one though, I threw you for a loop. I got Siakam when he in that zone, when he balling and healthy. I got Pascal Siakam.
Pascal Siakam. Okay. Shout out to Pascal. I was gonna put Pascal on my list, but the only reason I did is because, like what I was telling you earlier, sometime in these big moments he disappears, but he's at least been in big moments. Lauri Markkanen hasn't even been in no big moments to disappear in, so we don't really know. So I can understand. I get it. I get
him that little edge because he a former champion, you know.
Yeah.
Got a little edge over.
Yeah, you got to give him something for that. And
only him and Giannis on our list. They got a ring at that position.
You're right about that. That's top 5 power forwards. For those of y'all in the comments, make sure y'all drop it in there. Who y'all got as y'all top 5 power forwards? Now centers. We're gonna round this center list up because it ain't really that many centers or traditional centers that's left in the NBA. But of those that are left, here's how mine goes. I got Joker, MVP, NBA champion. Nothing he can't do on the court. He can dribble, he can pass, he can shoot, he can post, he can do everything. So Joker, I don't even got to explain too much about him. Joel Embiid, when completely healthy, Joel Embiid is still, to me, one of the best players in the league. Like Joker, he can shoot, he can pass, he can rebound, he can post up. There's nothing he can't do. But Joel, to me, is a better defender than Joker when healthy. He gonna block your shot and send it to the third row, in addition to all the other stuff that I mentioned. Joker, he's not, he ain't gonna block your shot. He'll be a presence down there and make it hard for you to score, but he ain't gonna slap your shit to the third row like my man Joel.
Yeah.
Joel Embiid. Jaren Jackson Jr., Memphis. That kid is tough. He's talented. He can score. He's a great defender. He's got a midi too. He got a mid-range touch. And he's the anchor for his team. So I like Jaren Jackson. he's got that dog in him. You can tell, like, he's one of those guys that if you was in a fight in the alley, you want him on your side because he's gonna throw some hands for you. So I like Jaren Jackson. Anthony Davis. Anthony Street Clothes Davis. When he ain't in street clothes and when he's out on the court, he's one of the greatest centers in the game. So I definitely easily. I gotta have Anthony Davis in my top 5 centers in the league right now. So I got Joker, Joel Embiid, Jaren Jackson Jr., Anthony Davis, and my number 5, my fifth that makes the list for my top 5 centers in the league right now, Karl Anthony Towns. That's right, Cat. They say he's soft. They say he's charming. They say all of this stuff about him, but he's one of the toughest players to defend. When he's cooking, he's cooking. Real talk. That series against Indiana, he put them boys on notice. He was hitting threes. He was coming down the lane, running breaks. He was in the post. He was playing defense. I seen him hit a floater from the baseline, falling out of bounds. Who the hell what center that size hits floaters falling out of bounds on the baseline? Karl Anthony Towns.
He dropped 70 before.
And he done dropped 70 on your dome piece before. Big things I go on in New York. So, y'all New York Knicks fans, salute to y'all. I don't really, I don't like giving y'all props because I'm a Heat fan and I can't stand the Knicks, but I got to give y'all credit. Karl Anthony Towns is a top 5 center in the NBA. I ain't mad at him. I ain't mad at y'all. Y'all do your thing. Y'all getting cooked by Boston right now. I just looked at the score, though. Y'all getting that ass smacked.
That meal almost done. It's almost done. That meal almost ready.
It's almost done.
Yeah.
Y'all about to get smacked up. The series gonna be tied up going to New York. So at least y'all stole one. But Karl Anthony Towns. Honorable mention, Rudy Gobert. If I had a 6th spot, it would go to Rudy. I would put Rudy as my 6th. Or, Hark or Sengun from Houston. But I like Rudy over all those guys. But those are my 5. Q to beat. We got 8 minutes left. All right, Q to beat. Go ahead and run your top 5.
All right, my list real quick. Make it quick. Of course, Joker right now. He is phenomenal. Everybody know that. Joker is phenomenal. I love the way Joker plays. He ain't the best defensive player, but he makes a present and he attempts defense. So shout out to Joker. Embiid, when healthy, ain't nobody better than Embiid when healthy. He's the best mid-range pull-up shooter in your face. If you're a center trying to guard, he finna cook you. He's stronger than all the rest of them. He would dunk on your head. And he went a whole period without dunking. Remember?
Yeah, I remember that.
Like 30 points, bro. 35. I mean, it's sick, man. His 3 points is amazing. He can shoot, and Embiid is cold when he's healthy. Same way I feel about AD. When AD is healthy, I got him on my list. Him and Embiid, I'll give a slight edge to Embiid, but AD is right behind him. Phenomenal shooter, all around player, and he plays defense. He'll block your shit. You try to bring it in there. So AD, shout out to AD. I do have Karl Anthony Towns on my list as well. Like you say, he dropped 70. Can't be mad at that. Karl Anthony Towns is cold, man. He a shooter. He's just a great player. But I'm gonna have to switch it up on this last one. I said I wasn't gonna do it, but I thought about it for my last spot. I got to go with Wemby, man. I got to go with Victor Wembanyama as top 5 center. When healthy, top 5 center.
Wemby.
Now, my most honorable mention would be Jackson. And the only reason why I went with Wemby ahead of Jackson is because Wemby shot is better, period. Like, man, Wemby pulling up over your head, man. It's
is. I get so hold on. So give me run down your 5 one more time at center. Give me all those 5 again.
Joker, Embiid, AD, Karl Anthony Towns, and Wemby.
Okay, so we pretty much got the same.
Jackson and Wemby.
Jackson. Okay, so you got Wemby and I got Jaren Jackson. Yeah,
slight edge.
I love Wemby, man. Like I hope that Wemby turns out to be an MVP in this league. I just don't know if he's there, and I don't know if I can put him in my top 5 quite yet. But if y'all agree with Q to beat, y'all drop it in the comments. Y'all agree with me, y'all drop it in the comments. Whoever y'all feel it, just drop it and let us know who y'all top 5 are when it comes to centers. So there y'all have it. Y'all have our top 5 centers, our top 5 point guards, top 5 shooting guards, top 5 point guards. Y'all got it all right there. We give it to you right here at the Sports Time Zone, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we have come to our last couple of minutes of the show, and this is the part of the show I like the most. Me and my man Q to beat earlier were talking about one Earl Boykins. We were discussing Earl Boykins earlier. For those of y'all who don't know who Earl Boykins is, he's an undersized point guard that played many years in this league. He played for a few teams. He was a journeyman. He did play. One of the teams he played for was the Denver Nuggets, if I'm not mistaken. And size was not a factor for this guy. He could still get to the basket. He could shoot the 3. He could shoot the mid-range shot. He could do it all. Earl Boykins, ladies and gentlemen, was one of the best point guards I've ever seen. He didn't run the blood clot with.
Earl Boykins was 5'6", about 150 pounds.
5'6", cousin Noomsy. I think you taller than 5'6", or maybe you right about 5'6". I don't know.
Earl Boykins is a coach at UTEP, assistant coach right now. Man, this was a good player, undersized player for what he did, man. So by all y'all small people, y'all think y'all can't?
Yeah.
Earl, they told him he couldn't. Look on Tim Duncan.
Look at that.
Gotcha. Oh, with the Earl scoop.
Let's see it again. Oh, look at the pump fake. Hold up.
Yeah.
Crisscross will make you jump. Daddy Mac will make you jump.
Earl with the oop.
Crisscross.
Earl played point guard. Earl with the 3 spot. I mean, he was little, man.
Look at that.
Yeah.
5'6".
Wow. Earl with another 3. Wow.
Look at that.
Earl again.
My goodness.
Don't leave me open. He was on the Bucks this year.
Oh my. Earl Boykins, ladies and gentlemen.
Earl with the floaters. Wow. I mean, there's nothing you can't do, man. There's nothing you can't do.
The floater, and he's going in over bigger guys. He's going in over centers, and I saw Tim Duncan in one of those highlights. Earl Boykins, man, this kid was phenomenal, yo. Appreciate that, ladies and gentlemen. Earl Boykins. Y'all ain't never seen him. Y'all go Google him. That guy he was prime time, man. He was one of the best that I've ever seen. And now he's a coach at the University of Texas, El Paso, which is also the same college that won Tim Hardaway Sr., not junior. Tim Hardaway Sr. went to UTEP, and he coined the UTEP two-step. That was his crossover. For those of y'all that don't know nothing. Yeah, it was a quick one. Like,
youngsters, we all practiced that crossover.
Yeah, we did
when we was kids. You know what's crazy? The young people, the youngsters of the day, think that we wasn't doing like Kyrie stuff when we was young. I was like, they must forgot. Like we watched Tim Hardaway.
They got it from us. Like before Allen Iverson. Before Iverson, there was Tim Hardaway. Yeah. So Tim Hardaway's crossover was more like direct. It was like pop, pop. It was like a quick, he go through the legs and then cross you over quickly. Allen Iverson came in with that extendo.
Yeah, hold it up.
Extended,
we've been practicing that ever since Allen Iverson, bro. 1996, 97.
You know the And One logo came from Allen Iverson?
Yeah, absolutely.
That was Allen Iverson's crossover because the And One logo looked almost like they palming the ball. He got it way up there. But yeah, man.
We've been dribbling since the 90s, bro.
Yeah, we've been had handles, so this ain't nothing new for y'all kids out there. Anyhow, that was our history player of the week. That was now we've come to our final segment of the show. Y'all know how we get down. This is our 2-minute turn up. So we're gonna take a little quick 2 minutes to give y'all our last little thoughts, and then we out because I'm trying to catch the rest of this New York ass whooping, cousin Noomsy. The movie Sinners, ladies and gentlemen, that came out a couple of weeks ago was a dope movie, man. I've already seen it twice. I'm going on my third time, about to watch it again. There was so many different messages. When I watched it the first time, I just overlooked a lot of things. I know there was a lot of messages that I saw in there, but I overlooked a lot. So when I watched it the second time, I was able to catch more of it. So when y'all check out the movie Sinners, just look for the symbols in there. There was a lot of symbolism. There was a lot of messages. There was a lot of lessons in there. There was just a lot going on in that movie. I don't want to give it away, but tomorrow, right here on the Sports Time Zone on our Out of Bounds segment, we are going to show and review the movie Sinners. We're gonna go over it. We're gonna have Yanni Ma in the building. We're gonna have Diesel in the building. We got yours truly, Noomsy Noom, Playoff Noom will be here, and my producer Q the Beat. And we all gonna go over the movie and just kind of give it a review and bring to light some of the messages that were in that movie if y'all didn't get a chance to see it. But yeah, if y'all haven't, make sure y'all go check it out. It's a generational movie. So y'all go ahead and check out Sinners. And that's all I got for my 2-minute turn up. Q the Beat, my brother, take us home.
Well, we've been talking to y'all about the Knicks. Looks like they done made a 20-point deficit.
Disappear. I'm looking at that now.
Like real quick. Shout out to the Knicks.
Shout out to the New York Knicks.
Man, they up with 44 seconds left on the clock. 89-86. The Knicks, wow, just came back that quick in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
The turnaround right there, 13-28. Boston.
Oh, yeah.
How doing, man? They might be taking an early nap.
Well, you know what, then? It's only 20 seconds left. I'm trying to catch these last 20 seconds of that game. This is yours truly, brother Noomsy, for my producer, Q the Beat, and my man, TZ Dave, who couldn't make it. Y'all make sure y'all tap in tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central Time, Sports Time Zone, Out of Bounds. We'll be back. Shout out to cousin Noomsy in the building. I see you out there. Come on, Sean. You got to. Much love. We out. Bless.